So I've just finished a wee session on the turbo trainer, and somebody posted a comment on one of my YouTube videos, asking my opinion on what my giant TCX has been like 1 year down the line. So as I was in the garage anyway, I might as well give you a wee review, the pros and the cons of my experience with this bike. So overall, I would say my impressions 1 year on of this giant TCX SLR1 are above average. It's not exactly a ringing endorsement, but I'll maybe explain. It is a terrific bike. It's lightweight, it does the job. It's probably ridden more gravel for me than anything else. I did the Dirty Reaver 200 km gravel ride on it and live near a wind farm, so done lots of gravel riding, and for that it's been superb. Had a few issues with it though, and I'll come down here so I can maybe explain them. I came off on a corner, a very tight corner on gravel, and I was going very slow, possibly about 5 miles an hour, and it landed on the drive side. Now this crash was so slow, I put my foot down, stood up. It wasn't a big crash at all, very low impact. However, the gears weren't working quite right after that, so ended the ride, went home. On closer inspection, found at first what I thought was that the chain protector, chain guide that's on the front was out of alignment and the gears weren't shifting properly. So first of all, with the gears, a bit disappointed with whoever built the bike. I bought the bike from Rutland Cycles, but I think the bike itself is built by Giant. The rear hanger had bent, which is no surprise. That's what it's meant to do, save your frame. It's meant to save your derailleur. However, whoever has built the bike totally stripped the thread of the pin that goes into the hanger. So I had to buy a whole new derailleur because that was built badly. Again, I have never had any of these problems with my previous Giant bikes, and this is Giant bike number 4. Now, probably my biggest disappointment was in the front. I thought the chain protector, chain guide on the single ring would do the job, or work the same way as the derailleur and bend upon impact to save everything else. However, on closer inspection, I actually found that it had pulled the bosses out of the frame just here. Now they're looking a bit better now. I've put up some pictures to show you what it looked like before, and you can see just here it is slightly dunkled the frame and just kind of damaged the paintwork slightly. Not too bad. I contacted Giant. They had nothing to say at all about the pin in the derailleur, which is disappointing because they do build the bike. On the front, I was amazed by the response. This is a cyclocross bike. I've raced cyclocross for 10 years, and this is my 3rd cyclocross bike. Their response was, when I told them that the chain guide had bent the frame, they said that the bike was a lightweight frame and not designed to take heavy impacts. Now, I had told them it wasn't a heavy impact, and they said, nevertheless, on their further response, nevertheless, the bike is not meant to take, it's a lightweight frame, so it's not designed to take impact. Now, I find that incredible that you would design a frame that's not meant to take impact for a sport where you are off and on off-road surfaces constantly. I just think the chain guide should be designed to be like the hanger and bend as opposed to the frame. I just think that's a really poor design, so I found that disappointing. The other thing that's been disappointing is I think there's been something in the factory's not been right when they've built this bike. I don't know if anybody else this problem, but every single boss, every single rivet for the bottle cage or bottle cages has come loose at some point, and I have had to take it to I took it to a Giant dealer in Glasgow, Dales, because I wanted a Giant shop to be fixing it in case Giant ever said anything. Every single rivet has come loose at some point out the frame, so I've had to have that fixed. So overall, the bike has been a good bike, and I hope it does become a good bike in the future, but very disappointed with Giant's customer services, and just for the record, Rutland have never responded to any contact whatsoever. So I'll try and leave the cons behind now and go with the pros. You can see right now that it's fitted with gravel tyres, which, to be honest, is what I've used it for the most. I only did a few races this year on cyclocross where it performed well, and it is lightweight. I did the Dirty Reaver on the bike, which is a 200km gravel race. Impressed with the comfort, although I would still prefer a better saddle. But I was comfortable for most of the 11-hour day, and I stay next to quite a sizable wind farm, so in the firewoods in there, and this is a great bike for getting you there quickly on the back roads, and then letting you enjoy the wind farm. So I have enjoyed the bike. Hydraulic discs the way to go, and single ring at the front is the way to go. I've been kind of put off Giant bikes. I don't know if I'll return to them now, because I'm very disappointed with their customer service and their explanation of the frames and so on. So I'll maybe do another update. I haven't ridden in this bike as much as I expected, but it is a very capable gravel bike and a very good cyclocross bike. But again, can't emphasise enough, if you buy a Giant bike with one of those chain guards, take it straight off. It's only going to cause you problems, and maybe fit some sort of aftermarket one that doesn't fit to the chain, but hope that does as a wee update on how the bike has went. Thanks.